Welcome back to Rolling Thunder TV. We also had a chance recently to catch up with Peter Milnes, one of the rookies last season, one of the standout rookies I would say too. So we've had a bit of a chat with Peter about his season last year and what he hopes this year. Well, one of the surprise newcomers to last season in the Victorian Sprint Car races was Peter Milnes, the driver of Victoria 51. How are you enjoying it, Peter?
Yeah, been good. A learning curve, big learning curve from where we've come from. We had a bit of time in STAV hot rods, so competition's very, very fierce, and one mistake you can go from fifth to the rear of the field. So it was a good season. We're happy with what we achieved, but a lot to learn, and we have learned a lot, so it's good.
I was going to say it was a good season. I've been doing this sport for a long, long time, and we see new guys come and go, and didn't really know a lot of history about you, and watched you during the season. Thought, hey, this guy's coming in, he's doing okay. So, as you said, you've got to be very happy with what you did last year.
Yeah, it took us a little while to get to sort of understand what we were doing. Coming from the hot rods, we did work with torsion bars and the similar type of suspension, but obviously, wings were new to us. Shockers were, a lot more technical than
700 horsepower.
Absolutely, all that, yeah. And so we struggled a little bit to get our head around the setup at the start, and then I had a guy, Ian Harris, hopped on board with me probably midway through the season, and we actually started to go forward. So we've just got to get consistent now. It's our biggest challenge.
Well, you made the opening race of the season, which was an invitation-only event. Now, Max Stumsey, the man who ended up winning the $10,000, didn't even qualify for it, but you did, so, that's a good thing.
Yeah, we were pretty happy with that night, actually. First hit out for the year, we'd stripped the car completely. We're running the same chassis as we did last year. We only ran a 372 last year, so we're around 640, 650 horsepower. We've put the 410 in this year. We're over 800 horsepower, so we had a lot to get our head around on that first night too. Our first run, we qualified ninth for the semi-final, and we got up as far as fifth in the semi-final. We got a whack in the left front, and we sort of didn't quite understand what had happened to the car till we got home and pulled it down, but we'd bent a shaft in the left front shocker, so it had compressed but wasn't rebounding. So, very happy with the night, so looking forward to the year.
Now, you said then that you started with a 372, now this season a 410. Do you think that's probably was actually a good thing for you to come in not with the ultimate brute horsepower of a 410, but something a little bit in between, and then get to feel sometimes too much horsepower is a bad thing because it just gets you in trouble quicker? Yeah,
absolutely. Look, I think we've always had a bit of a theory, and come from a motocross background too when I was a bit younger and a bit lighter, but always had a bit of a theory: hop in the deep end of the pool and learn to swim, because you'll learn to swim a lot quicker. But in saying that too, 372 power was a bit smoother. The tracks towards the end of the season were very hooky too. So, we had a 372 at the end of last year that was wheel stand and carrying on, and I thought, wow, this is going to be different with, another 150 horsepower. But again, we're starting to learn to set the car up. We're starting to learn to work with what we've got. So, no, I think it was the right way to go, yeah.
Tell us a little bit of history about the car, the chassis, the engine.
Yep. Bought the car from Brisbane 2 years ago. Got it down as a roller. Bought a 372. A couple of guys in Brisbane helped me out. Anthony van der Eyden and a few guys up there, and Dave Horrell helped me out to get me started and get the 372 together. So sort of took a couple of years to put the package together, and then finally rolled it out last year and got it going. It's a 03 Maxim. Love the Maxim. We're happy with that, and Ian who turns the spanners on, it's very happy with the Maxims. Told me he won't be touching the car if I get anything else, so we'll stick with the Maxim. We hope to update the chassis next year. Again, we haven't got the hugest budget in the world, so this year was update to the 410, so we've now got a motor that'll be good enough for the next 4 to 5 seasons. So next year we can pump a bit of money into a new chassis.
Okay, well, the car looks a treat, so it's a credit to yourself and the whole crew, all your supporters. It does look very, very nice and stands out well on the racetrack, which is important as well.
Yeah, no, we're pretty happy with the way it came up, actually. Damien Bennett up at Total Fleet Imaging, he did the car last year, and the car was okay, but again, it's all about learning, and we got some feedback from people that sat out in the crowd and watched. They said, it's a bit hard to read, it's a bit much going on and that type of thing. So sat down with Damien over a couple of Cole VBs this season, or during the off season. We had a look at a couple of different designs, and I'm wrapped with the way the car's come up. It looks great.
It does. Now, the plan for this season, you've had that initial season under your belt. Obviously going to go in a little harder this year, but overall for the season, what do you expect to do?
consistency is the thing we want this year. We know we've got a fast car, and we know that we've started now to get our head around setups. So it's no good arriving at a track, coming out and putting one good heat together or time trialling well, and then not putting the whole night together. So our main aim this year is to make every A. If everything goes right, we just want to get into the A and get directly into the A and get consistent. So if we can start with that for the first half of the season, then see what happens. If we're quick and we're managing it well, and I've got my head in the right space when we hit the track, who knows what can happen. There's a fair bit of luck involved. You've got to go hard, you've got to have everything right, but there's also a fairly large element of luck. So if you're in it, you've got every chance. So.
Now, speaking about getting your head in the right place, how difficult is it to get your head in the right place night after night?
It's fairly busy, is the thing, and there's a handful of drivers in Australia, I suppose, that don't have full-time jobs. The rest of us do. I work a lot of hours and work under a fair bit of pressure, and we spend a lot of nights on the car, and then preparation on a weekend. Then pulling everything down and routine maintenance on a Sunday. I've got a partner who actually enjoys coming racing, which is a great thing. Without her support, I think it'd be a bit of a battle. But with support around you and good people around you, and like my crew is just dedicated and as keen as anything, it's pretty easy. I love it. I have an absolute passion for it. If I get too old and too slow, which is probably not that far away, I'll put someone in the car because I just absolutely love the sport, and I've got a group of people around me that do. So no, it's easy to turn up and let's go racing and enjoy the night.
You're right, it is a lot easier when everyone's involved. Now, you're here at the launch, the official media launch of the Eureka Garage and Shed Sprint Car Series. Take it from that you're going to endeavour to do the complete series?
Absolutely, that's our aim. We'll do all the SRA rounds. We'll probably do the Easter Trail, President's Cup, couple of things like that. So that gives us 22 runs for the year, plus the Jackpot Invitational that we did too. So for us and our budget, and like I said, everyone's got full-time jobs, so you've got to find a happy medium. But yeah, definitely our focus this year is the SRA Eureka Garage Series.
Well, I think, as I said before, you had a great debut season last year. Let's hope you can kick it on from there and go even better this year.
Absolutely, and that's what we're aiming to do. And we've got our main sponsors on board: Wetnall's, Journey Management, series sponsors that are backing the series, Eureka Garages and Sheds. It'll be a great year, and there's some good cars out there. So looking forward to it and see what we can do.
Well, good luck with it, Peter.
No worries. Thank you.